Well, hello everybody. I have been tagged by Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy in a 12 question Christmas tag. So here are my questions. And also, before I get going, I'm going to tag Lainey over at Laineyslife to see what she has to say. So this is a 12 question tag. I'll list the questions below so y'all can do it if I haven't tagged you. If I think of somebody else by the end of the video to tag, I will. The problem is most people that I would tag have already been tagged. I know Frekifitwolf has been tagged, so go over and watch his channel too. And I will list Sandy's channel below, Robbie's over at Frekifitwolf, and also Lainey, so that you can watch their tags. All right, so question number 1, favorite holiday colors. Well, I love red and green, and also white and gold. I think those are my favorite holiday colors. Number 2, biggest holiday pet peeve. You know, I don't know that I have any other than people who expect gifts. You know, sometimes, I mean, expect gifts no matter what. You know, I do not believe in going into debt for Christmas. So I guess that's my pet. If I were to have one pet peeve, that would be people expecting you to go into debt to get them Christmas gifts. I don't have any of those people in my life, but that just really irritates me. All right, so number 3, do you plan ahead or procrastinate when Christmas shopping? Well, I start planning Christmas shopping probably end of July, sometime in August. I kind of procrastinate on when I do that shopping, but when I do my shopping, I know exactly what I'm going to get, what store I'm going to get it at, and where it's located in the store. Number 4, if you were a Christmas elf, what would your specialty be? A reindeer wrangler, chief decorator, toy maker, gift wrapper, baker, or management? I would be a baker. I love to bake. Matter of fact, I'm going to do some baking later today. So, yeah, that's me. I'm a baker. Okay, favorite classic or new holiday song? I'm going to turn this music off so I can sing for you my favorite Christmas song. Here we go. I haven't sung for a while, so please forgive this. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. That's my favorite Christmas song. Okay. Next, my favorite Christmas tradition. Well, that song's part of it. My favorite Christmas tradition is actually on Christmas Eve. It's we go to church on Christmas Eve, and we close our Christmas Eve service singing Silent Night as a congregation, and we have um, a candle lighting ceremony with that. So while we're singing, there's nothing in the sanctuary except for the candle lights, and we're singing that song, and it's just a very magical, moving moment for me. And then we come back here to my place, and we have usually sandwiches and snacks, and it's just a time of family, spending the night with the family, and that's my favorite. It's my favorite night of the year, Christmas Eve. It's my favorite holiday tradition. All right, number 7, a real or a fake tree? Well, I like real trees. I used to have real trees all the time, but now I have all artificial trees because I put them up so early and I keep them up. So, which leads into question number 8, when do you put up your tree? I start putting my trees up on November 1st. Now, I always promised Joe that I wouldn't put my trees up before November 1st. I wanted to. I wanted to put them up when Hallmark started their countdown to Christmas movies, which is usually around the 25th. But Joe's birthday was on the 31st of October, so I always waited till after Halloween. Usually when he went to bed at night, on his birthday night, on the 31st, he'd wake up and there'd be at least one tree up. And let's see. Number 9, when do you take your tree down? Well, I kind of take them down in stages. Some of my trees I take down either New Year's Day or that weekend. My green tree, my big green tree that I keep my presents under, I usually leave that up to about the 1st of February. My white tree, I don't know if you can see it back there or not. Yeah, my white tree, I leave up until after Valentine's Day because I decorate it for Valentine's Day. I already have red and white ornaments on there, so I usually put hearts on it and just decorate it for Valentine's Day. My favorite Christmas treat or cookie? Well, hands down, it's my Hungarian cookies. It's my favorite. My second favorite are the sugar cookie cutouts. And also the Hungarian bread that I make. Actually, I like usually all thing food related when it comes to Christmas. Do you decorate outside? Well, not anymore because I don't have my own. I mean, I rent now. So when I had my own house, I did decorate outside, although I didn't decorate a lot. We had a house across the street from us that had enough decorations on it for the whole neighborhood. So I did have a few lights up, and I had that one projector that looked like snowflakes on the house. But now that I'm renting, I don't decorate outside. I just do it for the inside. And the last one, number 12. What did you always wish for at Christmas but never got? When I was little, always wanted an easy bake oven, believe it or not. And it's amazing how many of those are being sold in the store right now. But I always wanted an easy bake oven. I had friends that had an easy bake oven, and I never got it. So now I have a real oven to bake in. So that's just I want to go back to the Christmas tradition because there was one when I was growing up that, of course, doesn't exist anymore. But on Christmas, again, it was Christmas Eve. And maybe this is why Christmas Eve is such a magical night for me. When I was growing up, my grandparents would come to our house every Christmas Eve, and it was the one night of the year, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve are the only nights of the year that my mom burned candles. So she'd have the Christmas lights on and the candles burning in the house, and my grandfather made violins. And once a year or once every 2 years, he'd have a new violin. He had this big shop set up in his basement, and every now and again I would go down and help him cut the pieces for his violins. But he would bring the new violin down to our house at Christmas time or at Christmas Eve, and we would gather around the piano. My mother was an amazing musician. She played the piano beautifully and had the voice of an angel. She could sing like you've never heard. But anyway, so we would be around the piano, and my grandfather would play his new violin. And it was just so wonderful. Um, and then we would get out our band instruments, and because all of us kids, there were five of us, we all played a different instrument. And my mom would be playing Christmas carols, and we'd be playing along with our instruments. And sometimes she would yell switch, and then we'd be passing instruments back and forth to each other, so we all learned how to play the other instruments. And it was just a sweet time of togetherness and being in the family. So maybe that's where my tradition is. Christmas Eve, we always have such wonderful music at church, and I used to sing at church a lot on Christmas Eve. I haven't since Joe passed away, just because I don't know if my heart's in it anymore. I don't know. I just like to go and sit with my kids now and share in that candle lighting ceremony. So, anyway, those are my 12 questions. I'll list them down below. If you would like to do them, please do, and make sure you put my channel down and send me. Let me know you're going to do it so I can direct people over to your channels. So, but Lainey, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thanks again, Sandy, for asking me to be part of this tag. It was a fun thing to do. It was fun to sit and really think about what I do at Christmas. So, I will talk to you soon.